Hello, senior class. This is Mr. Raj. It's been a pleasure getting to know each and every one of you. Some longer than others. I will miss you all dearly. Please do well in this exam. Do well with your future teacher. Do well in all areas of life and subjects. Grow closer to God. Grow closer to yourselves. Grow closer to your family. Well, let's begin. So the first question for the pre-calculus midterm is graph the following points. So let's go ahead and try to graph the following points. I realized, give me a second. Okay, so let's graph the following points. We have -3, -6. We have 1 and 2. We have 5 and 10. We have 7 and 14. All it's asking us to do is to graph. So here's our graph. So let's label each point about, so I guess I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can't go any higher. So the first one is -3.6. So -3.6. So we start 0 here. So our negative will be -1, 2, 3, and then -6 we go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright? So that is -3 and -6. Next one is 1, 2. So x is 1, x is 1. Okay. And then we go up 2. So 1, 2. So that's 1, 2 will be over there. Next is 5, 10. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. Then we have to go up 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we don't have 10, but it's up there. Next is 7, 14. So 7, let's count up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we go up 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and all the way up to 14. That'll be the next point. Okay, next. So that's the answer for all those. Next is evaluate blah for, okay, so we have 2 equations. How fun. Alright. So the first one is y r of x. Oh boy, give me a second. I messed up here. So we have y of x. Y equals 4x minus 7. Okay? And we have to evaluate x with -3 and 0. So so y equals 4, replace the x with -3 minus 7. That means y minus 7. Y equals -19. Boom. Now we gotta do the problem again with the 0. Y equals 4 times 0. Oops. 4 times 0 minus 7. Y equals 0 minus 7. Y equals -7. So for this case, if the domain is 3, x is 3, the range here is going to be 0, y is 19. If this case, if the x is 0, the y is going to be -7. Alright, does that make sense? Okie dokie. Now we gotta do the problem again with x squared. Okay, so we have x squared. Did I tell you to graph it? No, just do it out. X squared plus 9. Same thing, we're going to use negative 3 and 0. So negative 3 squared plus 9, and then negative 0 squared. Why I have negative 3? Sorry, negative 0. 0 squared plus 9. So this is going to be 9 plus 9, and this is going to be 0 plus 9. So this is going to be 18, and this is going to be 9. So if x is negative 3, the range is 18. If x is 0, the range is 9. Alright, so we got that. Okie dokie, next problem. Next problem is for the domain negative 3, 2, 4, 1. Oh no. Same boring stuff again. Okay. Let's see, I want to make sure I did everything right. If f of x is 5, did I mess things up? I sure did. No, I didn't. Okay, good. That was 5, 10. Next, if f of x equals 5x plus 3, evaluate. Oh boy, they give us, this is a little bit more difficult. Alright, let's go for it. So we have 5x plus 3. Okay. Y equals that. Okay, y equals 5x plus 3. So our x's are going to be 1/2. Another one, let's stick with 1/2 and we'll do each one at a time. So we have 5 times 1/2 plus 3. Right? 5 times 1/2 plus 3. So 5 times 1/2 is 5 over 2 plus 3. Okay. 5 over 2 plus 3 you really can't add, so we'll have to make that 3 have a denominator, common denominator 2. In order to do that, we have to multiply both sides by 2, if that makes any sense. So our new fraction will be 5 over 2 plus 6 over 2, which equals 11 over 2. So in this case, if your domain is 1/2, your x is 1/2, your range will be 11 over 2. Okay? And then you can change that to a decimal if you prefer, which will be 5 point something. Alright, next. Well, next will be, let's see, if that was for 1/2, now we have 2a plus 1 looks like. I can't really see. So what if oh man, is that 2a? It is, alright. So what if your domain is 2a plus 1? How do we solve it then? Alright, so that means 2a plus 1, 5 times 2a plus 1 plus 3. The distribution properties becomes 10a plus 5 plus 3, which is 10a plus 8. So that would be your answer for this case. Alright, so 2a plus 8. So if your domain is this, your range will be 10a plus 8. Okay, alright. Cool beans. Next is if it's x squared. Alright, if it's x squared. Okay. So what if it's x squared? Alright. So we have 5 times x squared plus 3. And in this case, we can't do anything because it's just going to be 5x squared plus 3. So if your domain is this, your range will be 5x squared plus 3. Alright, so that takes care of that. Alright, so you know that. Next question. 15 to 19. So we have the following D's. D equals negative 3, 2, 4, 1. For if f of, and then we have to solve the following. If f of x is 3x minus 5. So that's easy. So our domain is range. So all we do is replacing x with that number. So we have 3 times negative 3 minus 5. That's one problem. 3 times 2 minus 5. Another problem is 3 times 4 minus 5. Another problem is 3 times 1 minus 5. So 3 times 3 is negative 9 minus 5. That's 6 minus 5. That's 12 minus 5. And that's 3 minus 5. That's negative 14. That is 6 minus 5 was 1. 12 minus 5 is 7. No. Yeah, 7. And 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So that's basically how you do all that. Not hard. Okay. Now the next is for the new problem is 2x squared plus 3. So same philosophy applies. 2x squared plus 3. We're just going to replace the x's with those domains. All right. So basically, it's 2 times 3 negative 3 squared plus 3. That's 1. Next is 2 times 2 squared plus 3. Next is 2 times 4 squared plus 3. Next is 2 times 1 squared plus 3. Right? So that's going to be 2 times 9 plus 3. This is going to be 2 times 4 plus 3. This will be 2 times 16 plus 3. And this will be 2 times 1 plus 3. Now we just have to solve it. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. Alright, next. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Very good. 2 times 16 is like, I don't know, 32, I think. 32. 32 plus 3 is 35. And 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 plus 3 is 5. Okie dokie. We did that. Alright, that's done. Next is find the equation of the line passing through blah. Alright, find the equation of the line, class. So we need to do two things here. We need to find the slope, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then we need to have this formula y minus something y1, I think. Hold on, that's wrong. Let me write it correctly. Is y minus y1 equals m times x minus 1. Alright, here we go. Easy to go. So here we go. So let's find this. First we have to find the slope, which is, we had the points 1, 6, and 3, negative 1. So 6 will be our y1, and negative 1 will be our y2. So we'll have negative 1 minus 6 over our x2. Our x2 is 3, and our x1 is 1 minus 1. So we have negative 7 over 3 minus 1, which is 2. So that is our slope, negative 7 over 2. So we'll keep that in mind. Alright, negative 7 over 2. I'll write that here. negative 7 over 2. Alright. Now we have to fill in our formula. So y minus y1, which is y1 in this case is 6, equals m times x, which is negative 7. Oops, negative 7 over 2 minus x1, which is 1. Alright. And, oops, I messed up here. Our slope is, negative 7 over 2 x minus x1, which is, what was our x1? x1 is 1. Okay. So then we would bring this 6 onto this side. So y equals negative 7 over 2x. That's a plus 6. We're adding 6 to both sides, so that just becomes plus 5. And there you go. Find the equation of the line passing through. So that's how you find the equation of the line passing through those 2 points. Pretty easy. Next is graph and give the domain and range for whatever formula that was given. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So you have y equals 3x minus 2. We'll pick, we'll have our x and y chart over here. Let's pick 0 and negative 2 and positive 2. Alright? So 3 times 0 minus 2. 3 times negative 2 minus 2. Then we have 3 times positive 2 minus 2. So 0 minus 2 is minus 2. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 minus 4 is negative 8. Right, negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8. Very good. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 6 minus 2 is 4. So if the domain is 0, for 0, it's going to be negative 2. If x is negative 2, it's negative 8. And if x is positive 2, it is 4. So now let's graph it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. So first one is 0, negative 2. So here 0, negative 2 is 1, 2. Alright, that's 0, negative 2. Next is negative 2 and negative 8. So negative 2 starts here. Oops. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? I'm sure I did. Because I'm counting by 2s, I realized. So my apologies. So here's 0. So negative 2 would be here. There we go. Next is negative 2, which is here. And we're going counting negative 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, which is here. Because we're counting by 2s, right? That's 2, 4, 6, 8. And then next is positive 2, 4. So here's 0, here's 2. So you go 1, 2, 4. So that'll be here. So it looks like, you know what? I really messed up here. I'm sorry, class. I really messed up by counting. Here's 0. Y is negative 2. So that's on the line 1, 2. Right. Next is negative 2 and negative 8. So here's negative 2. We're going down negative 8. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. There you go. I don't know what I was doing. And next one is positive 2, positive 4, 2, 4. So we get a straight line, kind of, sort of. Okay? So, my apologies. Next question is write y equals 3 over 8x plus 5 in general linear form and graph it and label 3 coordinates. So, first thing is we need to get rid of, well, let's write it down so you can visualize it better. So the equation is y equals 3 over 8x plus 5. We need to get rid of that 8 as a denominator and bring it over to this side somewhere. So in order to do that, we have to divide and multiply each term by 8 over 1. So we're going to multiply this by 8 over 1, multiply this by 8 over 1, and multiply this by 8 over 1. By doing that, these cross out. So then you're left with a new line of 8y equals 3x plus 40. Right? So we are halfway done when you get that far. So we're about halfway done. We just want it set to 0. So this is move this over here, I think. Yeah. And so easiest way is just subtract sides. So you're gonna be left with 0 equals 3x minus 8y plus 40. That's all. Not a big deal. Easy to do. The question was to also graph it. It's easier to graph it via the original form. So we're going to go ahead and graph it from the original form. That's a lot easier for us to work with. So looking at the original form, we can do the same way, just replace the x. So we'll draw our x and y table over here. We'll choose something easy. Looking at this, I choose 0, 8, and -8. That looks pretty easy. So let's go ahead and do this. We have y equals 3 over 8 times 0 plus 5. Now next is y equals 3 over 8 times 8, or 8 over 1 plus 5. The next one is y equals 3 over 8 times -8 over 1 plus 5. You can see I chose numbers that'll be easy. 3 times, well, anything times 0 is 0, so 0 plus 5 is 5. So that's that. 5. These 8s will cross out, so you have 3 plus 5, which is 8. And these will cross out, leaving you with a -1. 3 times the -1 is -3, and -3 plus 5 is 2. Alright, so bring this down here, bring this here. Now we just have to graph those two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll try to be more neat this time. So the first one is 0, so 0, 5. So start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is we start with x is 8, which is here. We go up 8, which was the last one for us. And the last one we start at -8, and we go down 2, which is 1, 2. And so our line is kind of weird. Well, maybe it's curvy, I guess. Alright, so that's how you would go about that. Next is write the lines in the form indicated. This is right in general linear form, slope intercept form, and function form in general linear form. So let's go ahead and try to do those now. So we have following problem: y minus 5 equals 4x minus 6. What is general linear form, class? Just the general linear equation, so it's just setting everything to 0. So we just have to work out the equation. So we need to get everything set to 0. So let's see here first. Let's work out. So we have y minus 5 equals 4x minus 24. Okay, you got it. Divide everything by 4, which we can, maybe we'll do that last. Let's move, taking a look and thinking what to do. Okay, let's move the 5 first. So then we'll have y equals 4x minus 24 plus 5, which is y equals 4x minus 19. Okay. Now let's get rid of this 4. The only way to get rid of the 4 is to divide each term by 4. Or multiply it by 1 over 4 technically. So we divide this by 4, divide this by 4, divide this by 4. So what happens is these 4's cross out and we need to rewrite the equation. So we're left with 1y over 4 equals 1x minus 19. And to get it to equal to 0, we just have to subtract, I'm moving up here, we have to subtract the 1y over 4. So then we're left with 0 equals, I'm just trying to make up 0 equals, x, 1x minus 1/4 y. That's the same thing as 1y over 4, 1/4 y minus 19. Alright, so that is it in general linear equation. Stupid, but done. Okay. Next is slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx, which is my favorite. So we have y minus 2 equals 1/3 x minus 6. We just wanted y equals mx plus b form, so we just have to move that 2 to the other side, which we're adding 2. So it's going to be y equals 1/3 x. Negative 6 plus 2 was negative 4. Alright, that's y equals mx. That's done. Cross that out. Next is, Control and then delete. Okay. Next is function form, and again general linear form. Next is function form. So we have 2x plus 4y equals 3. So what is the function form? So function form is basically the same thing as y equals mxb for the most part, so we'll just do it that way. So y okay, so let's just move it to x. So you're going to have 4y minus 2x plus 3. There you go. That is y equals, there you go. Y equals negative 2x plus 3. And if you had to get y by itself, you would divide each number by 4. And then you'll be left with y equals negative 2 over 4x plus 3 over 4, or 0.75. You can do it this way. Whatever you prefer. I did it both. Next is general linear form, which we just did. General linear form. So with general linear form, we need to get everything set to 0. So the form is y equals 2 over 5 minus 3. We gotta get rid of that 5, so it's going to be y equals 2x minus 3 times 5, which is 15, right? Because what I did is I multiply each side by 5 over 1. Okay. So that gives us this. And I have to do it here. Sorry, so that's 5y equals 2x minus 5. So we got to subtract 5y from both sides. So we got to move this over here. So we get 0 equals 2x minus 5y minus 50. Alright, that's it. So that completes the first page. Not bad. Flip to the back of the page, and we have to find the equation. We have to find the equation of the line form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. All right, big deal. So the slope for the first one is given to us, which is 1 x minus x1, which will be in this case 0, and y minus y1, which in this case is 4, equals that. Okay, done. Next is, we have a slope of 3, and it contains 2 points. Slope is -3. First one is x, next one is what? x1, which is 2, y1, which is 4, 1, there we go. So y minus 4 equals -3x minus 2 is your answer. Right. There you go. That's how you write it in equation of the line form. Alright, next. In this case, we have 2 points. Alright, so we gotta find the slope then, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 in this case is -4 minus y1, which is 4, over x2, which is -9, minus x1, which is 3. Okay. Oh boy, I can't read my handwriting. Oh yeah, they're both 4. So this will be -8, and -9 minus 3 is -12. If we reduce, it's going to be a positive, because they're both negative. We can divide by 4, right? So 4... what am I doing? Yeah, 4... yeah, there you go. 2 over 3 is the slope. Alright, so remember the slope is 2 over 3, class. Keep that in mind as I... 2 over 3, 2 over 3. Alright, so the slope is 2 over 3, x minus x1, which in this case is... x1 is what? 3. Y minus y1, which is 4, equals 2 over 3x. There we go. That's done. We're almost getting there. Next is solve via quadratic equation. Right? Solve via quadratic equation. So we have 5x squared minus x plus 2. So this will be our a. This will be our b. And this will be our c. For the quadratic equation, it's x equals -b. See how I wrote a positive when I was talking negative? B plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Alright, so negative b, so we have -1 for b, plus minus -1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 5, times c, which is 2, over 2a, which is 2 times 5. So negative times a negative is a positive 1, so that's 1 plus minus 1 squared is 1. -4 times 5 is -20. -20 times 2 is -40. Or 2 times 5, which is 10. Right? And after you solve it a little bit more, I know I'm getting messy, so we're going to have 1 plus minus the square root of -39, which you clearly can't have a negative, over 10. Right? You could rewrite that -39 as a 39i, up to you. Okay? So there you go. That takes care of that. you give us another problem? I gave us several problems. Okay, so next one's x squared. Next one's x squared plus 5x minus 2. So this would be 1. This would be 5, and this would be negative 2. So x equals negative b, which is 5, plus minus b squared, which is 25, minus 4 times a times c over 2 times a, which is 2 times 1 in this case. So we have x equals negative 5 plus minus 25 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 2 is negative positive 8 over 2. Right? X equals negative 5 plus minus 25 times plus 8 is what, 34, 32, I think, right? 32 over 2, right? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I don't know, 32 or 33. Make sure I did the math right. Next is 3. Next is 3. Oops. Next is 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. So x equals negative b, negative 4 plus minus the square root of b squared 16 minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is negative 5, over 2 times a, which is 2 times 3, which is 6. So x equals negative 4 plus minus 16. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 5 is positive 60 over 6, right? And you guys can do the math. X equals that. Negative 16 plus 60 is 76 over 6. Okay, there we go. 45 to 54, I'm not going to do. You should have gotten that. 55 is the long division. That's long. I guess I can do some of it. Alright. We have x minus 2 divided by this long equation, which is 2x to the 5th plus 0x to the 4th plus 3x what? 3x cubed minus 7x squared plus 3x minus 4. Alright? X times 2x to the 4th will give you this. 2x to the 4th times x is 2x to the 5th. The 4th times 2 is negative 4x to the 4th. Because we're subtracting all the signs, change to the opposite, alright? So then we're just going to positive 4x to the 4th. Bring this down plus 3x cubed. Alright? Because that's a positive. Alright, so what now times x gives us 4x to the 4th? Well, positive 4x cubed, because 4x cubed times x is 4x fourth plus, well, I'm minus 2 times 4 is 8x cubed. Alright, but because we're subtracting all the signs change, this becomes negative, this becomes positive, so that becomes 11x cubed. Bring this down, minus 7x squared. We'll change the color, so we'll put a positive 11x squared up here. Change the color, right? So x times 11x squared, it becomes positive 11x cubed minus 11x squared. Because we're subtracting all the signs change, this becomes a negative, this becomes a positive. This crosses out. Negative 7 plus 11 is what? 8, 9, 10, 11, which is positive 4. So this becomes a positive 4x squared, and then bring this down, plus 3x, okay, plus 3x. So I would choose positive 4x. Right over here, positive 4x squared. 4x times that is negative 8x. Yeah, negative 8x. And subtract it, the signs become the opposite. This becomes negative. So positive 3 plus 8 becomes 11x. And come out to 11x minus 4. So I'll put positive 11x. Just positive 11, yeah. Positive 11 times 11 is 11x. 11 times negative 2 is negative 22. The signs become the opposite. So negative 4 plus 22 is positive 18, I think. Yeah, positive 18 is your remainder. So we have a remainder of plus 18. Alright, that's how you do it. I know it got messy, really, really messy, but that's how you do it. Hopefully I didn't make any simple mistakes. Next is divide by synthetic division, which is so much easier. So that's a positive 1, so we have the numbers we're missing. Well, the first number is 6x to the 5th, so we can put a plus 6 there. Right? After the 5th comes to the 4th, so that'll be 0. After the 4th comes a 3rd, so that will be another 0. After the 3rd comes a 2, which we have, which is a plus 9. After x squared, we just have a regular x, so that's a negative 1. This is a negative x. And then we have a normal positive 12. Alright, and then we subtract. Bring this one, 1 times 6. 1 times 6 is negative 6. Why did I get negative 6? 1 times 6 is positive 6. 0 plus 6 is positive 6. 1 times 6 is positive 6. 0 plus 6 is positive 6. 1 times 6 is positive 6. 9 plus 6 is positive 15. 1 times 15 is positive 15. Negative 1 plus 15 is positive 14. 1 times positive 14 is positive 14. And positive 26. Hopefully I did that right. I did a lot of it in my head. So we have x squared, x cubed, and x to the 4th. So that's our answer. So let's be writing 6x to the 4th plus 6x cubed plus 6x squared plus 15x plus 14 plus the remainder of 26. Next one should be a lot easier here. So we have p of 3, which is again, so our p of 3 is again, which is 3. So we just put a normal 3 in here. And we're dividing it by, well, it's kind of in order, yeah. So we have x cubed, which is 1, plus 2, which is squared. And we don't have a regular x, so we'll just add a x, so that'll be 1. Just add an x, excuse me, so that'll be 0 plus 4. Because we're adding 0x to the 4th, yeah. 0, yeah, okay, good. Right, because we have x cubed, which is our 1. Right, this is our 1. We have our 2x squared, which is here. We have a 0x to the 0x. And then we have a regular 4. That's right. Bring it down. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 0 plus times 15 is positive 15. 3 times 15 is positive 75. 7 times plus that is 79. Alright, so our remainder is 79 plus 15 plus 5x plus 1x squared. There you go. Next is your Bible verses, Romans 3:23, 6:23, 5:8, Romans 10:9-10, Romans 10:13 to grade. That's worth 50% of your grade. So I will average the math portion and the Bible portion together and